In the far flat reaches of Kutch, where salt flats meet seasonal marsh and grassland, locals have watched the night do something strange for generations. They call it Chir Batti, literally ghost light. And what makes Chir Batti endure isn't just the story, it's how consistent the descriptions sound, even when the interpretations differ. This landscape isn't empty, it's lived in. The Bunni grasslands stretch across a vast area of Kutch and are home to pastoral communities, including the Maldari, people who know the land the way you only do when your life depends on it. So when they talk about something that appears out there at night, it's not coming from tourists, it's coming from people who've navigated those flats for years. Witness accounts describe lights that can appear on dark nights, sometimes as a glowing orb, sometimes more like a moving flame. They're often reported as shifting colours, blue, red, yellow, and moving in ways that feel unnatural, fast like an arrow, then suddenly stopping, or changing direction. Some say the lights hover low above the ground. Others insist they appear farther away, across the flats, like something keeping its distance. And there's one detail you hear again and again in folklore around ghost lights worldwide. The feeling that if you follow them, you might not find your way back as easily as you thought. Imagine being out there at night, where the horizon is almost featureless. No street lamps, no buildings, just wind, salt, grass, and darkness that feels wide enough to swallow sound. Then a light appears, not on a road, not in a village, out there, moving, pausing, as if it's aware you're watching. That's the moment Chir Batti becomes more than a phenomenon. It becomes a presence. Whether that presence is psychological, physical, environmental, or something we simply haven't pinned down yet. Over time, people have suggested possible explanations, and none have become a universally accepted final answer. One common idea links Chir Batti to the wider category of will-o'-the-wisp style lights, often associated in folklore with marshes and wetlands. Some hypotheses point to flammable gases produced by decaying organic matter in wet ground, where small ignitions could create brief, moving lights under certain conditions. Others suggest optical effects in a landscape like Kutch, where heat, humidity, and distance can distort light sources, or where the mind tries to interpret a moving glow with very little reference around it. And then there are those who simply say, "No, I've seen it up close. It wasn't a mirage, it wasn't a vehicle, it wasn't a mistake." That's the tension Chir Batti lives inside. So what are the ghost lights of Kutch? A natural phenomenon we haven't fully documented? A rare combination of wetland chemistry and atmospheric conditions? A folklore lens laid over a real light, transforming it into a warning? Or something in the night that refuses to behave like it should? Whatever the cause, the human truth remains. People living on that land have carried these stories for a long time, not to entertain strangers, but to explain what they've witnessed when the world goes dark and something starts moving out on the flats. And in Kutch, they still have the same name for it, Chir Batti.